Alright, so we're back with the Telecaster. What did I do? So, where did I leave off? I think I had all the holes drilled, except for the larger ones. Looking back at the instructions, I've noticed that I did this somewhat backwards. But I'm hoping it's not going to be an issue, and I don't think it will be. But I mean, the alignment is pretty much foolproof, so I think we'll be good. Find out soon enough. I had to buy a drill bit. The drill bit is a 9mm drill bit. It's a 23/64 9.0 millimeter. So I went looking for this, and they didn't have a lot of them. They actually had one, and it was a general purpose drill bit. It wasn't even a wood bit. So I made some test holes in a piece of wood here. The first one I did, it didn't, I just kind of hacked through it, and it didn't impress me. And then the second one I did, I took my time and went really slow, and that's what I did on these. I went extraordinarily slow. I mean, when I went slow, I was like, you know, just barely on it. So then the other thing they suggest to do is to put the ground wire, and I've done that here. I put a small piece of copper wire down inside. Now it's a perfect fit. I got a 9. Well, the bit I got actually said 9.1 millimeter, but I got it, and it is a perfect fit. It's just about as snug as you probably want it to be. And then basically you're just gonna, I got this little nifty hammer here with this protective end. Look at that little tap. I also took some paint and just painted the areas here. I didn't get any damage on the paint at all when I cut around, but there was those holes I filled a little bit. I didn't fill the other holes, you know. They're going to be open. It also had the strings went through the body, so that's going to be open too. I'm not going to alter any of that because I think that's excessive. I mean, you could go nuts with altering it. I could cut the whole middle of the guitar out and glue a piece of wood in. I mean, who would do that? And the holes will just have to add character. I don't know, maybe it'll give it a unique sound. But who knows? But anyway, the ground is important because the bridge actually doesn't touch any of the. It has this ground wire on the pickup here, but the bridge doesn't actually touch any of the plate. So when the plate is on there, you know, I mean, it's just free floating around there. So it's not going to touch any of that. Yeah, and again, the one thing I did skip was I aligned it without the bridge. Now, you know, it wasn't recommended in here, but I did, however, get really nice straight lines right off the nut, right through, and I had aligned the strings to where they should be. So I don't think that will be an issue, but that's not recommended to do that way. But the reason why I did it that way is because I didn't have the drill bit, so I kind of jumped the gun there, but you know, I think we'll be fine. So I took everything off, cleaned up the area here, got the ground wire in. I'm just going to probably tuck this in for now. I'm going to put the pickup in, and then later all this is going to come apart again. But basically all this the ground wire really needs to do is be under this plate, more or less. It's going to stand it off just a bit, but it's really better safe than sorry, because if it's not there, I really think you'd have a grounding issue. But that's just my opinion, but I could be wrong. The other thing you could do is cut a channel for the ground wire, but I don't really want to do that either, because I don't like altering things, you know, if you don't have to. That's just my take. That blue tape works nicely. It didn't leave any residue or anything, just peels right off, and a little bit that it did, it'll just wash off with either some simple alcohol or, you know, window cleaner or something. You know, just want to be careful. And that's about it. So right now I'm probably gonna put the pickup back in it, clean up the bridge plate. It's pretty messy. Attach that. I'm just going to stand this off just a bit, but this wire here, but you know, I think it's better. You're going to see it a little bit too. You know, in my opinion, it's just better. The more ground you can get out of that, I think, the better. So, you know, that should be alright. That should be fine. So that's it. I think that about does it. Once I bolt on the tailpiece and everything, I'll get another video with it all cleaned up. I'll clean up some of this mess here, and we'll check back. Alright.